Hey, what's up everybody? Brendan Hayden here with Do Your 20. I just made that up and I think it's a good title. Here's your 20-minute workout for the day. Today we're going to focus on your shoulder health and work on your core a little bit. Really good one you should do every day if you have a history of shoulder problems, shoulder issues, sit at a desk all day, all those good things. Just do it. Here we go. First thing, we're going to get in a pigeon position for yoga people out there, a external rotator stretch for the more technically inclined amongst you. And what we're going to do from here, my arm's going to go out. I'm going to reach under and then grab, open, reach under, grab my ribs, rotate. What I'm doing there by grabbing my ribs is I'm making sure that I'm actually rotating my rib cage and not just moving my shoulder blade around. And that's important because we want to make sure that we're getting rib cage rotation in order to unlock that thoracic spine. Let's go to the other side. And I do realize my hip position is somewhat embarrassing. I'm working on it. It's not great. Hopefully yours is better than mine. Under, rotate. You should feel your abs engage when you grab the rib cage. Rotate back the other way. Very nice. 2 more. All right. Next up, you're gonna go to a tall kneeling position. Hopefully you have a mini band at home, which is one of these. If you've got a TheraBand, we can make that work too. Really any band. But all you're going to do is you're going to go to like a handcuff position. The farther down your arms you go, the easier it's going to be. From this handcuff position, my palms are facing in. What I want to make sure, tall kneeling, squeeze my butt, tuck my hips under so my back's not arched. And all I want to do is the motion I call is a scoop. So I'm going to drive my elbows up, back down. So the action is scoop the elbows under, and what you'll feel is that's going to eliminate any tendency to want to shrug, and that's going to activate a really important muscle called your serratus. If you want bonus points, add a little pull apart at the top, make a Y. If you're feeling a lot in just your shoulders and not so much your shoulder blades, let's focus on just going from there to there, but really important that we're scooping the scapula. Let's do 5 more. Scoop, back under. And again, if you're feeling a lot in your shoulders, try it with no band. And just try to create as much tension as you can. Cool. That was 4, but whatever. That's enough. All right, next up. We're gonna get in a Spider-Man position. Right here. Now we can go both directions with this, but for today we're going to go to the open side. I'm going to face my palm up, my hand stays down, elbow is glued on the inside of this leg, and I'm driving my back hip forward. And then I'm going to rotate, open, back down, open, back down, open, open. This other arm is glued on there. Rotating the chest. 2 more. Good. Last one. Okay, switch sides. Arm glued on the inside of the knee here. Palm up. Open, open, drive that back hip forward, Last one here. Good. Whew. All right, next up. Okay, for this one you're gonna need, ideally, a TheraBand. So you may or may not have one of these laying around, so if you don't, you can skip this. You can do another set of the tall kneeling scoops, but I really like this exercise, so we're gonna do it for those of you who have one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab, put my elbow on the TheraBand, then my other hand is under my back. What I'm gonna do from here is that same scoop action, driving up and under. So I'm pushing through the band, scooping my shoulder blade, my back staying flat, abs are engaged. Scoop and push. So just trying to push my elbow under there. And you should feel some good action around that shoulder blade. Hold the last one. Very good. And switch sides. Should be able to just stay on the ground. Elbow in the sling. Other hand grabs the band. Same position I was in before. So your elbow may pop out of there a little bit, that's fine. Control in here. Drive under. Drive under. Oops. Drive under, should be no shrug here. I'm scooping that shoulder blade, pushing my elbow up. There we go. It's probably gonna happen to you. Scoop. Scoop under, two more. I'm gonna hold the last one. Good burn there. All right, next up, grab your mini band if you have it. We're gonna come over to the wall. Don't need the mini band right this second. What I'm gonna do is work on both my hip hinge and my upper back, so hands on any wall. And all I'm gonna do is push my butt back and then lift off, come back up, squeeze your butt on the way through, push your butt back away from the wall, knees aren't bending, head through, lift up, back up. We're gonna do 5 of these. The goal, you wanna get as close to the wall as you can, and that's gonna drive a little more stretch in the hamstring, a little better work on the hip hinge. 2 more. Drive back, off, last one, back, off. Cool, hopefully you still have your mini band. We're gonna do mini band wall walk. If you don't have a mini band, that's probably fine. One foot in front of the other, you can do it without a mini band. The key here is I'm gonna push into the wall with my forearm and feel like the motion is coming from that same area right under my shoulder blades. If you got too strong of a band, you may feel some action in your rotator cuff and your shoulders. That's fine. But focus on using those muscles around the shoulder blade. Ooh. Good little burn going there, okay? Very good. Ooh. Microphone just left me. Try this again here. All right. All right, next up, a couple more on the ground. We'll get into our core work. So, I'm gonna lay in a Y position, or V position, excuse me, wrong letter. What I'm gonna do, make 2 fists. You can have like 2 tennis balls, hold on to. Hold on, 2 tennis balls if you need to. What I'm gonna do is create as much tension as I can, bring my arms back to here, and then tuck the shoulder blades back forward. Max tension, abs tight, back, dip, down, forward. Max tension, abs tight, back, dip, down, forward. So you really should feel that scapula, that shoulder blade, moving right there. A lot of people that have been to shoulder rehab see that kind of motion. External rotation of the shoulder needs that scapula to move in kind. So if you're too rounded in your shoulders, sit too much all day, this may have something to do with why your shoulders hurt. Get that scapula moving. All right, next one here. Last one in the shoulders. Shoulders should be feeling pretty fresh by now. I'm gonna go down into a deep kind of prayer position here. I'm gonna reach my arm forward as far as I can, turn my palm up and lift 12 times. Shouldn't be a shrug here. You may find your shoulder doesn't want to move at all. That's cool. But nothing's moving except for the middle of my upper back. It's driving the motion. Last one. Let's go to the other side. Turn it over. This one's a little sketchy. I'm not only the president, also a client. My shoulders are not perfect either. Cool. All right. So shoulders should be feeling nice and fresh now. Let's move into some core work. First thing I want to do, push up position. We're just going to walk out and walk back in. As far as you can go without losing that back position. Really pull those ribs towards the pelvis. Keep everything under control. Let's do 3 more. Last one. Whew, all right. We're gonna flip it over. I've got a kettlebell. You can grab a pole, edge of your couch, just about anything. Solid. We're gonna do a reverse crunch. Big key here, it's the way you've traditionally seen these done. We're kind of loose, not under control. People swinging their legs all over the place. I want to start my back slightly rounded and then pretend like my legs are just dead and I'm trying to tuck, roll, let's use the word roll, my pelvis on top of my ribs, one segment at a time. Try to exhale on the way up. Little hold at the top. You'll feel these much better if you really focus on not using the legs and swinging your way up. I'm feeling them. Flatten the back into the ground. Roll it on up. 2 more. Last one. Whew. All right. Next up, I'm going to do this as a kettlebell, which is incredibly heavy given the exercise, but You don't have to use anything. We're gonna do a plank row, iso hold. So, this position, rowing up. Keeping my hips level. And this weight's very heavy. You should be able to go a little bit longer. Obviously, you can just put your hand behind your back if you're not using a weight. Even something light, a couple pounds. You know, cup, water bottle, throw some rocks in there. That works great. Or obviously a light dumbbell if you've got one, hopefully. Any weight will do. That's enough for me. All right, next up, we're almost there. Got a few more things here. I am going to do hollow position. Again, if you've had some back issues, sometimes the hollow position is uncomfortable. Totally cool. Just work on keeping your legs as high as you can, minimal motion, or just skip it. What I'm gonna do, starting all the way over my head, nice and tall and tight, flatten my back, bring myself up. I'm gonna move my arms from side to side, keep my back pressed into the ground. I'm gonna relax there. You can do as many of those as you can. Clearly, I'm up and keeping up with my core game. Next up here, we're gonna go into a deep squat press out. So, deep squat press out, grab your kettlebell, a backpack will work, dumbbell, baby, pretty much anything. It's an appropriate weight. I'm gonna squat down, we're gonna do 15. Bottom of the squat, if squats bother you, do this from a tall kneeling position. Last one. Whew. All right. Obviously, take a little break if you need it. I'm kind of flying through these because we only got 20 minutes. But next up, kettlebell again. Again, same deal. Sandbag, baby, dumbbell, pretty much anything that has mass in the universe we can use for these. I'm gonna go to a split stance. Ideally, feet in a straight line, up and across. This kettlebell is a little heavy, so I'm not going quite as high as I normally would. Ooh, we're almost there. This is a 35-pound kettlebell. Probably too heavy, but hey, we only got 20 minutes. I'm trying to make do just like you guys. Let's go to the other side. Whew. All right, good thing here. Grab your mini band if you got it. Any band will really work on this one. I'm adopt the seated position. What I'm going to do is form back as I feel like I can go. Not this one. Just want to grab the mini band as far back as I can go, much tension as I can create. Rotate. Rotate. All the rotation coming from my upper back. Maintain that tension. Pull that band apart. Heels in. And hopefully you're still going. I'm cooked. Awesome workout today, guys. Do your 20.